some space on a court.
Matt,
Like,
Matt,
get some
you
long
didn't
legs.
hear us. It would be a donut if y'all played, and Dr. Barbara agreed. It would be a donut.
It would be a donut. Yeah.
Matt, you wouldn't win a single set.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying I would. I'll play her though.
One, two, 1, 2. All right, let's roll.
Welcome. You're listening to the Saddle Up Podcast,
Where we discuss everything related to UTRGV athletics, past or present. We'll catch up with old teammates, friends, and take you down memory lane.
with exclusive interviews.
This is the Saddle Up Podcast, the voice of your covered walkway streets.
So dope.
This is gonna be awesome.
Stay tuned for new episodes every week.
From Bronx Village to the Fieldhouse, we'll cover it all.
Hell yeah, dude. Carpe diem.
So saddle up and let's go.
Let's go. Saddle up, partner.
It's another great episode of Saddle Up Podcast. I'm your co-host Matt Palmquist, and I got my main man G Garza. G, what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Feeling great on this lovely day, man. The weather's cleared up. You know, it's a great day to play a little golf. Nah.
No, I think it's more like
Little
set love
basketball?
match. I'm in love, quote unquote, with this guest because
Yes.
of who she is, Miss Barbara Barrera.
That's right.
Who played tennis for UTPA way back in the day, not too long ago, maybe like 6 months ago, right? So, that's how it is, right?
Right around the corner. Yes, sir.
Right around the corner. But Barbara, welcome to the show. We've been trying to get you on the show for like a couple of seasons now, and then it finally happened. So we're so happy to have you on.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes,
There you go.
absolutely. The so Barbara played tennis, right? And every time somebody is on the show that did not play basketball, I always have to brag about how good I am at that certain sport. It's just something that I do, you know.
He does that all the time. He does it all the time.
It's the whole syndrome. It's the whole Uncle Jico syndrome. You know, should have gone to state if Coach would have put me in.
Oh man. Well, let's not brag about your tennis game right now. That's
exactly my point. I'm not gonna go there because I want to know, Barbara, how good is your tennis game?
Well, she was pretty good. I mean, she's in
Barbara,
the Hall of Fame.
what do you think?
I mean, she's better than decent, right?
I'm okay. I mean, I think the fact that it paid for my school.
Thank you.
That's
I did
enough,
good.
right? Do you still play, Barbara?
Actually, I do actually have a match today in Harlingen.
Oh my goodness.
Fantastic.
So I'm still playing. I play with a group of ladies that actually played in college as well, and it's just as competitive as I am. And so
I bet.
I love
after
that.
work, I'm trucking down, getting in my truck, and go. But it's interesting playing older women or women my age is that it's feisty. You would think it'd be very classy, you have to. This Saturday I had to tell some people, okay, we're too old for this. Let's just keep playing. Okay. Yes.
Can you imagine,
Like-
Barbara? Simmer down now. Simmer down now.
It got really salty and linesman. I mean, it's
Wow.
interesting. These
I
are
bet you.
So
I bet you
have you ever, just out of curiosity, have you ever gone off on a lines judge or like a referee like John McEnroe?
No. I will tell you, I did one time in high school, was so upset, and I banged my leg where I bruised. And I remember coming off the court, and my dad told me, if I ever see you do that again, you will never play the sport again.
Man.
Wow.
And that was the last time I did that.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Barbara,
My dad was 6'2", okay? So
you didn't mess with him.
I did not mess with my
So-
dad.
Speaking of, your dad, your upbringing, you talked about high school. Like, where is Dr. Barbara from? Where did she grow up? How did you get to UTRGV on that tennis scholarship?
That's crazy. So I'm from Denver City, which is 80 miles southwest of Lubbock. It's less than 5,000. So big time oil field. I worked in the oil field, believe it or not, for a summer. My dad was a bigwig in one of the companies, and I didn't pick up tennis till I was in 8th grade.
Wow.
And I just did it because it was just another sport. And so, and it just so happened my freshman year, I won the district title in singles. But the interesting thing about that is that it snowed. So we played inside the gym. And so I remember the finals, and it was a tiebreaker. And I didn't even know I won because I still didn't know how to keep score until the girl shook my hand. I mean, I didn't even know I won. So I won district as a freshman for varsity and qualified for
Wow.
regionals. I know.
And you were on your way ever since then.
Yes, but I will tell you, it's interesting that tennis is not my first love. Where I'm from, West Texas, Loveland, sundown, big time basketball. Basketball actually is my favorite sport.
Wow.
And then
That's
volleyball, and then
interesting.
tennis came in. Yeah.
That's interesting. Given, I would have thought like the West Texas stories of like Friday Night Lights and like Odessa Permian, and I thought
Yes.
maybe football would be like
Well,
the town
and
shuts
that's what
down
I
on
meant
Friday
because,
nights, right?
yeah, I mean, I was a cheerleader
Okay.
senior year, but I was big time band. Band was a big part of my life. We actually won state my senior year in band. I did marching baritone only because no other girl did it, and that's why I did it. And I was on loading crew. But tennis was just something I did in the spring, and never had lessons. I went to camp one time, and it just something that, I mean, I got better when I came, but I went to a JUCO at South Plains in
South
Levelland.
Plains. Okay. Yeah.
And never forget, Friday the 13th, we're driving to Dallas, and we hear over the radio that they canceled the golf program and tennis program to keep rodeo.
That's West Texas right there.
That is
West
big time
Texas.
West Texas.
Yeah.
And,
Amarillo
received
by
a lot of
morning.
calls. I'm sorry?
I said Amarillo by morning.
Absolutely. And, the sad thing is our coach didn't even know about it until we heard it on the radio. And I think that was really sad. And
Oh man.
so he started putting our names out there because I still wanted to play and had some different offers. And I get a phone call from Coach David Cross saying, hey, we want you to come to Pan Am, palm trees, tropical weather. It's close to Mexico. There's the beach.
Yeah.
Signed a letter of intent. And then my parents and I looked it up on the map, and we're like, where the hell am I going? We had no idea. My family had never been to the Valley. I mean, once we drove down, and mind you, we're Mexican, okay? My parents, we are, but I remember my dad sitting in the restaurant like, oh my God, there are no Anglo people in this restaurant. It's just, I mean, it was a culture shock. And,
It is.
and at that time, my twang was really bad at that time. Like, where are you from? Over there from Italy. I remember meeting Coach Cross, and he's like, man, your accent's bad. I go, is it that bad? He goes, don't talk anymore. And I was like,
Just play
I'm
tennis.
like, oh my God, I'm 12 hours away, and here I am by myself, and the coach is telling me not to talk anymore. But the best part of that is, of course, my family starts getting fielding calls for airline tickets, no joke, because everybody thought I was going to be a Pan American airline stewardess. And I mean, I know you've heard that from other athletes, but we actually got the calls. And my parents were like, what are you talking about? It's a school, it's an actual school. But the best phone call was my former high school principal, that his wife had graduated from Pan Am. I had no idea. And he actually had his father living here. So he came in the summer, videotaped the school, and sent the video to me so I would have an idea where I was coming.
Wow.
I know, it just,
That's really nice.
it just all worked in. And I came in with a big recruiting class, so we were all new to the university, and we just clung to each other. So, I mean, it's been a blessing.
And now you did 1 year in JUCO, then you did 3 years at Pan Am.
I did, yes,
right?
I did 3 years here. Came a sophomore and finished in 90. Yeah.
What is maybe one of the most memorable matches that you played in? I'm just kind of curious. Like, was it a road trip? Was it?
It was a
home
road
match?
trip against a girl from Northwestern. And I'll tell you why it was a big deal. I was beating her, and when we switched on the sets, she said to another teammate, I can't believe I'm losing to this Mexican.
Yeah.
And that just fired me up even more. And so that's probably one of my biggest matches. Because again, being in West Texas, you don't think you're that different, but coming to the Valley and going out, you really start noticing the differences. And when she said that, that really got me fired up. And
That
that's
was
probably one of my best wins, a girl from
Yeah.
Northwestern.
Yeah.
Wow.
We would,
Mhm.
I remember one year I forgot who we were playing, but somebody yelled out, "Hey, who are we playing? Taco Tech?" Like, you know, it's just one of those things where you don't, living in the Valley, it's great, especially if you're accepted, but when you go out, you really start to see the difference as far as how people kind of look at,
You do, but I will tell you, the interesting thing is, even though I'm Mexican coming down here, I wasn't from the Valley, and my Spanish was at that time kind of non-existent. So it was like people were like, what are you? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I? Like they're at like, are you half? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. So it was still trying to find that
Cowgirl.
happy median. Yeah, half breed, are you just a dark white girl? I'm like, what? I'm just like, no. I remember getting kicked out of my Spanish class. He just went down the last, and I'm like, sir, I'm not even from here. Nope. So, I mean, I got kicked out just because of my last name. I'm like, look, I'm from Timbuktu, West Texas. There's not very many of us over there. And it took me a year finally to graduate. I had to do a test, but that's another story. And the only reason I passed
Another
because I
episode.
played tennis.
Because you played tennis. Yeah.
The professor took pity on me, and I know I passed because I played tennis.
Barbara, you talk about the culture change, and I just wanted to share, you took me back to, South Plains played Clarendon College. I don't know if you played Clarendon College.
No, I did not, but I've heard of them.
And I spent I spent 3 years there as an assistant basketball coach at Clarendon back in 01. And it was, I grew up in the Valley, and I'm like the opposite of what you experienced, right? So I'm over there, and I'm like, whoa, man, this is like a huge culture shock, right? With everything, the culture, the weather, and I was the dorm dad at Clarendon. And guess who I took care of? It was two halls. On one side of the hall was my basketball players, and on the other side of the hall were the guys from rodeo.
From the rodeo.
Rodeo. The things that I saw at 2:00 in the morning, Fridays and Saturdays, taking care of these rodeo guys. I'll tell you real quick, and it's a family story. Okay.
Are they a bunch of clowns?
They are. They're a bunch of clowns, man. I saw 2:00 in the morning, and I hear a girl screaming. She's screaming like, and I'm going, oh no, it's 2:00 in the morning, man. We have a road trip tomorrow. I got to get up. I get up, I open the door. There's a girl running across that little foyer, right? Where it separates the two hallways. And there's a rodeo guy trying to rope her, and they're sprinting right through the foyer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this used to be a family show. I don't know what is going on. I apologize.
Just saddle up, Matt. And I guess he was trying to run. But anyway,
my mom listens to the show, right?
We wanted to take, I know, and that was especially for her, Mom. Miss Palmquist, I'm sorry. It's a family story, but it's just how crazy it was with those rodeo guys, and brought up that South Plains, shut down tennis.
I'm still, even though I've been in the Valley over 30 years, I'm going to tell you, I wear boots to work every Friday. I still wear my cowboy boots. And even though I've been here, I still get a kick that people are like, you're not from the Valley. And I'm like, no. I think it's, there's still moments that it's like, wow, only in the Valley. But I love it here. I really do. My husband's from West Texas as well.
Okay.
And he still talks about going back home. I'm like, dude, this is home. This is home. So even to the point his parents are moving down. So
what do you love the most about the Valley, Barbara?
It's the people. And I think for me, knowing where I came from, the opportunities, because I guarantee you I would not have doctor in front of my name if it wasn't for the opportunities that I had here. And that even is in my educational career. I got into coaching because I played tennis at the university. Somebody
Mhm.
knew me, came up to me at a teacher meeting and said, hey, we need a tennis coach.
Right.
Boom, I started
Yeah.
coaching tennis. And then in my third year, I was the head volleyball coach at Edinburg High, just because of my background. So those are opportunities that probably wouldn't have happened for me back home. But
You're right.
and you know, got compadres and that take care of us. And that's because we've been here by ourselves. But I have so many wonderful friends and
Of course.
mentors here. So
Yeah.
very
Well,
lucky.
well, you
We
have
heard
new,
you throw great parties.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You have new Saddle Up friends, and I'm hoping that we get an invite in
Can
the
we
mail.
get an invite?
Absolutely.
The mail?
Absolutely. You will be at the top of my list. Absolutely. Once I get that done.
Oh, me or
So
G?
awesome. So awesome. We're blessed.
You are
Yeah.
hilarious. And I'm going to tell
No
you
pressure.
that party we talked about, that alumni party that I had just to get the alumni back because of that legacy. I actually
Yeah.
had a Pan Am jersey. And can you believe somebody took it? I had it there. I don't know who of
What
my
out of
guests.
all the people that were
Yeah,
alumni?
somebody took the jersey, but it was
What?
all good.
Do
At
you
least it went
think-
to somebody that loved it.
Do you think that person's been on our show? We can start investigating.
We can
Barbara.
start it.
I
We'll
would
ask
love
every
that.
guest.
Can y'all do that for me?
Get us the list. Get us the guest list of who you invited, and then we'll invite them onto the show, and then we'll interrogate them without them knowing that we're interrogating.
That would be great. It's been about 5 years ago, and I had to explain to the person that lent it to me that it was taken. So yeah,
And
that
was
would
it a
be
basketball
great.
jersey or baseball?
It was a
jersey?
basketball jersey. It was an authentic basketball jersey. And
Huh.
she's
Oh,
gone.
good.
Do you remember what number?
I do not, but I'm sure I can hunt down some pictures that
Let's
I
do
took.
it. Well, G and I are on the case. We're gonna figure it out.
Private.
That's awesome. Let me go back to my archives and find that picture.
Yeah, if you've got a picture of it from that, from your whoever owned it or whatever, we'll post it. We'll get to the
Yeah.
bottom of who's got this
We
jersey.
We do everything. We're like
Yeah.
we have a sector called Saddle Up Investigations, and we'll
We do.
we'll beef up that sector, and we'll get down to the bottom. For Barbara,
I'm just
we'll
hearing about
much.
this now, Dr. Barbara. But okay, I guess we got another sector of
just make that
Saddle
up.
Up Investigations. Yeah,
You are
put it on the
too
list
funny.
of other stuff we got going on, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, okay. So we're running. We're getting close to the end, right? And
Mhm.
I got one question for you, right? Before
Okay.
G gets into his stuff.
Better be a good one.
Yeah. So we have
Mhm.
the Spotify playlist, right? And we
Okay.
ask
Ooh.
all our guests to contribute to the playlist. So we
Mhm.
need 2 songs, one from back in the day that you would listen to before a match to
Okay.
to beat that Northwestern girl's ass, right? Like, what were you listening to then? And then what are you listening to now as your walkout song, like your walk-up song when you're about to, just go for a match in Harlingen today, like you got?
Yeah, okay. So I would say, so one of the songs I would always play was Say It Isn't So by Outfield.
Say
Wow.
It Isn't So by Outfield. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll add
so
that one.
there was nothing like putting on that cassette.
What? Don't age us.
Back
Don't
in
age
the
us. Don't
day.
age us, because I know.
What's a cassette, Barbara? I record on cassettes too.
You're hilarious. So
You
I
went
listened to a lot of Outfield at that
Okay.
time, and I always listened to that cassette before I came out. But one of the songs, I even told my husband about this, that I think if I played baseball, a walkout song, is that song you hear now with the NCAA tournament that just happened, is That You Don't Know Me by Ludacris.
Oh,
that
you don't know me. Yes. Okay, you don't know me.
That's a
You
good.
don't
That
know
would
me
be
like
my-
that.
That
Yeah,
would be my
exactly.
song. That would be my walk-up song.
Ludicrous. You don't take me as I don't take you as a Ludicrous fan, but okay, I'll roll with it. Okay, you don't know me,
Hey,
Ludicrous.
there's other sides of me. So I love all
love
kinds of genres, and I listen to a lot of that music.
What were the songs that
Hey,
were
you
playing
blew
at
it up.
El Bosque?
I'm sorry?
What were the songs playing at El Bosque?
Oh my God. A lot of Def Leppard, White
Full
Snake,
side.
Rat, Poison.
And the other question I have is, did you ever swim in that pool?
I absolutely did swim in that pool.
Did you have you ever gotten COVID?
I have not had COVID.
There
at
we
all.
go. We're
Prove
proving
it.
we're proving it right there. We've known 3 other guests on this show that have swam in that pool and they did not get COVID. So we think
That
there's
is
a
hilarious.
correlation. So
There definitely is. Saddle Up Investigations.
Saddle Up
Love it.
Investigation. There it is. That's what we do right there. We'll
Yeah.
find the jersey.
Oh my
We're gonna
gosh,
find the jersey.
you guys are crazy. That's good.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
G, wrap it up.
So Barbara, thank you so much for being on, and we do have a little speed round of questions so
Okay.
that you win a little bit of some gift cards from Wing Barn. They're dang good. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
had Wing Barn, but they're all over the Rio Grande Valley.
Shout out to Bobby and Anna for 11 and a half locations.
11 and a half, yeah. They're not difficult, it's just a this or that. So it's like a really quick,
Okay.
I tell you 2 things and then you tell me, what do you prefer, this or that?
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
By the way, before I do this, I need to put my glasses on. If I didn't age myself before, I just did. And before we do this, what is we'd like to kind of go and try different locations to eat. What would be a location? What would be one of your favorite locations to go and eat and really like kind of, give them a little shout out on this show?
What's your favorite spot to eat there in Edinburg?
Oh my God, I have so many, but a place that I love to go just because my goddaughter is always there is Walk-Ons.
That's a good one.
Love walk-ons. We go to walk-ons every time. Yep.
Yeah. Love
Really,
that place. Can see all sports, and the beauty of being there is I see so many ex-students, ex-athletes, and so it's always a great place where I can reconnect with kids and stuff like that.
Well, next time we're in town, we'll buy you a beer at Walk-Ons. We'll invite you. Okay.
Or a lemonade.
Or a lemonade or an iced tea. That would be great.
Yep.
Got you. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Agassi or McEnroe?
McEnroe.
Wonder Woman or Superwoman?
Wonder Woman.
Pickleball or handball?
Ugh. Handball. I'm sorry. I have a saying about pickleball. Pickleball, it's because you're not athletic enough for tennis and you're too poor for golf. But okay, let's go.
I'm going to pick up pickleball. I was thinking about picking it up as a sport. Thank you, Barbara. Mustard or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Sonic or Whataburger?
Ooh. Whataburger.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Boat or plane?
Boat.
Okay. Scary or drama?
Drama.
Rap or country? Ooh.
Ooh.
You don't know me like that.
Good one.
Country. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
this is a bonus question. This is a
Okay.
bonus. All right. Would it be a donut for Matt if y'all ever played a singles match in tennis?
A donut.
That would be a yes to the yes. That would be.
Thank you. Matt, you like donuts. You definitely
Let's go, Matt. Let's go. Let's go play some tennis.
I'll play tennis. I'm not gonna say I'll win, but I'll definitely play. I can cover some space on a court.
Matt,
like,
Matt,
get some
you
long
didn't
legs.
hear us. It would be a donut if y'all played, and Dr. Barbara agreed. It would be a donut.
It would be a donut. Yeah.
Matt, you wouldn't win a single set.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying I would. I'll play her though. I'll definitely play you.
It'll be fun.
That's
It'll
a
be
donut.
fun. Yeah.
That's what the donut
Yeah.
means,
I'll
Matt.
do it.
Hey, we could actually play some doubles. I can find someone to play. We could play
So
some
it'll be a
doubles.
double donut.
Let's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a double donut. You like multiple donuts, Matt.
Double donut. It'd be like a 6-pack at Krispy Kreme.
Hey, that's a good question. Where's a great place to get a good donut?
Oh, where is
Ooh,
it?
Phoenix.
man.
In Edinburg.
El Phoenix.
What?
You
El
haven't
Phoenix?
had an El Phoenix donut from Edinburgh?
No.
No,
Oh my God, you don't know what you're missing.
Well, then bring him to
Well-
walk-ons when we get the lemonade. So
Matt, we'll do a donut. Wait, we'll go to walk-ons. We'll go get a donut, and then you can
Yeah.
give Matt a donut at the tennis
that
courts.
sounds like a great day. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that soon. I'll be back down in the valley soon.
Sounds
And,
good.
yeah, some great things are going on with the university. So
Yes,
I'm
there
definitely going to
is.
be going down there more often.
It is. I mean, I'm just amazed on how much the school has really grown, but just seeing the athletes and everything. I mean, we still have people with hard feelings, right? We still
Yeah.
do. But I think the beauty of this athletic department, and that's to Chase, is that the legacy of the players that came, from the past, they're still being honored, and
Yep.
that's huge for me, and that's what
agree.
has brought me back to the university. Just seeing the excitement. I've gone to some tennis matches on Sunday. I plan to go to the WAC tournament, go support. But it's exciting again. It's coming around.
Absolutely.
Still
And
trying
we
to.
just got into the Southlands, so that's
I
that's
know
gonna be
that
awesome.
that is huge. I mean, when I played, we were in the American South, and just a last quick story. My conference ring, which I don't have on, I'm so proud of that ring, not because of my team, but Coach Ogletree helped design that ring.
Oh,
Wow.
And I did not know that until I sat next to him and he saw my ring and he goes, I helped design that. So that's
Fantastic.
another part of a legacy for me.
Coach
And
O is
that's
amazing. Yeah.
yes, he was such
He
a
was
Shout out
phenomenal guy.
Joe's legacy, his family, and
Yeah.
everything that he did for the university. And
No,
Dr.
Coach.
Barrera, yeah, thank you for your contribution. Thank you for everything that you do for the university. And you're right. The alumni are being celebrated, they're being
Yeah.
honored. And it was an honor to have you on the show today.
Without
Thank
a
you so
doubt.
much. I'm very humbled that you thought of me.
Oh, Dr. Barbara Barrera Gonzalez, you are welcome back anytime you want to come back.
We'll be waiting for that invite.
Yes, we're going to
Okay.
be waiting for that invite.
Sounds
Do
like
it,
a
T.
plan.
V's up. Where the balloons?
He's
The
up, man.
balloons, it's up.
Thank you guys. Y'all take
I
care.
can think of balloons. Take care, guys. Till next week.
God bless.
Like we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean, like something happened.